Hey, welcome back to Apex Survival Escape from Europa, or just Europa. I don't know. Never really decided it. With Pixie Rain, and we're on for another episode of this. We're gonna get out of here someday. I knew we could survive it, but it's been a challenge, guys. It's been a very big challenge. You'll notice it's kind of dark right now. Let's go ahead and turn on our stuff. I realized that we need some sort of lighting in here that is a bit more than what we got here. I do want to see what's going on with this. We've got stuff rolling, fully charged in 46 minutes. Hey, thanks for joining. It's not bad, not too bad at all. Let's see. Okay, let's turn on our regular lights here. Okay, so that is the motor we've got on the other side of here. But what I'm thinking is we want to be able to set up, you know what I was thinking? It might actually be smarter to run something underneath here in the ice over to here for the purposes of, well, we've been trying to keep this on the platform the whole time. I've got our, we've managed to keep off of our, gosh, we should really do something about this up here. I'm getting, oh, we got clear weather. Oh, that's good. Okay, so I keep getting distracted by stuff, so let's get access and get ourselves some materials. I kind of want to be able to, oh, we should probably grab some food too, maybe. Oh yeah, we definitely need food. So first thing we're going to do is we got a few things we're going to do today, guys. We're going to go ahead and grab the food from there, and looks like we got some food there, so we'll grab some of that too. Go ahead and take a bite. And yeah, we've got a lot of steel plate, which is great because we need to get our platforms done. So let's do that. Let's actually grab as much as we can. I want to be able to get that platforming in place. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to jump out there right now as it is. We're going to start getting a buildup of radiation, I know. But we did dig this out quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get with that first. Alright, now we need to set up our... Let's see. Oh, we do still have that disturbing bit of, let's see, go out that far? Yeah, we're gonna go out this far. That's what we got. Okay, cool. So we got that in place. I know we're building up a whole bunch of, radiation here, but that's okay because we're gonna try to get as much as we can done with this radiation level that we currently have. Because it's gonna, of course, obviously be a little bit more of a pain later. Alright, we're actually gonna need to go out. Oh, we're actually gonna need to go out all the way out to the side on this one. Because we need to go out for, make room for the things. For the plant pots and such. I kinda didn't want to have to extend out this dome. I like the idea of it, but uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, I like the Geiger counter sound. That's really kind of cool. That's new. That's what the new update has got to be. Alright, let's go ahead and let ourselves get some sort of... let's get some healing here. We took some serious radiation here, so we're going to need to get healed up here a little bit. We're going to take some hits. While we're doing that, I want to take a look at what we got going on here. Where can we... It might be a good idea to... Let's see here. We've got our food set up. We got battery there. We'll put another battery up there once we have sufficient material for that. The only thing that sucks about these, they look really cool, but they also block out my ability to get into that, but that's okay. But I kind of want to get some sort of like bed structure put in here you know, have stuff down here that we can do stuff with. Maybe have some windows. I like to have. I would like to get some windows set up across here. That might be really kind of cool to set up windows across here. The other thing I think, well, it doesn't really matter. We can access. I keep thinking I want to get something to access the. Oh, you know what we might do? I was having an idea. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we got this thing sticking out off of this, just loose like this. And yeah, we've got this for our small stuff. But I feel like we should do something with this that, I don't know, something different maybe? Maybe, I wonder if we can get it behind here and set it up next to this, and then it's not out in the open like that, and maybe that might allow us to do some other things. And I'm thinking we could actually go for a second story here. Oh, you know what we might do? If we have a second story, we won't have to worry about that and this going down in there or anything. We can just run it straight out and run from there. Okay. So if we do a curve, and a curve, that'll leave this area open, especially if we run it off of that. So if we reconnect this, this would actually work pretty well. Oh, you know what we're gonna do too? Let's do this. Let's. I want to change the piping to be a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. And let's make it like fresh. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this off. Yep, it's gonna fall. That's fine. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Let's go over here and let's drop as much of these metal plates in there as we can. Then we're gonna go run over here. I know it seems kind of silly, but we could, I think we can store these in here. Yeah, see, we can store a bunch in here, and it gets shifted over, which is fine. It goes into cargo, and that's okay. Let's get those, and now let's go ahead, and I want to set this up so that it curves around, because we're gonna, let's set up an upper floor area up here, and we could easily do that through the use of a lot of different things, like we could build platforms with grates. We can. Oh wait. Well, we're gonna have to do some. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to do some stuff with oh gosh, what am I thinking? Progression. Yeah. See, I'm thinking. If we do it like this, I mean, we could just build it into the wall, actually. I mean, it makes sense to just build it into the wall, to be honest. But if we do that, we build it over here and then shoot it across, but that actually is probably smarter. And we're going to lose all of our ventilation, but that's okay. Alright. There we go. And then we go take this straight out, but I want to do the flanged one. There we go. And then this one here, we can actually take it and make a T intersection out of this one. And this is going to allow us to put a second story on here, which is really going to be nice, I think. And let's do the flange one. I like the flange one because it makes you feel more like it's a connected pipe kind of situation, you know? Alright. And now this situation here is going to be tricky, so we'll probably have to use one of... Let's see, yeah, we're going to have to use one of these conveyor pipe junctions. right there, which is actually kind of interesting. Because if we do that, actually, you know what we could do, honestly? We could do it that way, or we could just pipe those suckers straight into the wall on either side, and from here do a... Oh, I got an idea. Yeah, if we did a conveyor line here that does, yeah, okay. We're gonna be venting a lot, but that's okay. It's all good. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some reconfiguring here a little bit. We're gonna rotate this up. That way it's like that. Reestablishes the seal. And then we do this. Alright, and when I do this, then we go up here. Now this one here is going to be a little trickier. But not so much that it's impossible. Because, yep, I knew it's all going to vent out, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll survive. We'll be alright. It's going to be okay, guys. Alright, and then we set that up like that. Then we can do a pipe down. This actually is good. I think this is going to look really kind of cool. Okay, so that's in place. Now this one here. And then this one here, we just need to do a T intersection. Because that's going to connect to the device below and to the wall. And that should connect everybody. Okay, we're going to need some more components, guys, because we did a lot of pipe work here. A lot more than we did before. So let's see what we got in here that we can snatch up, that we can use for materials. Uh-oh. Oh, that's because that was our fuel line. That was our fuel line, guys. We may have accidentally defueled the engine, but that's okay. Take 100 of those, take 100 of those, 100 of that. We got plenty of materials, so I'm not worried. And there we go, refueled. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that sets us up, and that leaves this whole area up here, really, that we can use for things too, you see? And that's kind of what I was thinking would be really kind of cool, is to set this all up. And we could actually set this up in such a way as that we can, I mean, it doesn't matter if this whole area is, you know, however it is. It can be any kind of way. I mean, it's fine. So what I'd like to do actually is set up something. I got these half walls. I left these half walls in place for a reason, because I wanted to be able to have it set up in such a way as that we can throw some stuff in the wall and still have enough material to build this thing and airtight it. Now I like having this in place. Uh-oh, I better grab some food. I like having that in place for, you know, some miscellaneous. I don't necessarily want it in the storage system, like extra emergency whatever. But I'm thinking I keep thinking to myself that I want to move that over there. I keep thinking about that. But here's the problem. If I do that, I'm going to be blocking this out, and I kind of have this positioned in such a way as that I can see it, which I kind of like too. And I can't really put that in the wall because it's not airtight, and I can't really put anything behind it either. So it's kind of an interesting situation, but I could move that over here. But if I do that, it still is going to block this unless I reduce that down to a series of small deals, and then that would work. Then we could split that out and drop it straight down, and that would provide for that too. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that color scheme, And then we're going to go down here and do the 3 barrels arrangement, because if we do this barrel arrangement, no matter how we spin it, we won't be able to see the display, and I want to be able to see the display. So we're going to set this up. So when we set this like this, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to take this out of here, and we're going to replace this with a solid light armor block. There we go. And then we're going to put the pipe in place of where we had that. Let's see here. Alright, and I wonder if... Oh, that might be kind of cool. Leave it like that. How about that? That's a good deal. Alright, cool. And then we'll grab this. Cool. And then we'll drop those inside of here. Perfect! And then now we have this open, we can go ahead and make this a steel block also. And that we can change into and I kind of like this other survival kit more than that one actually. Alright, I like this kind of survival kit, the Type 2. I think it looks kind of cool. I don't know. Kind of weird Batwave, but... Alright, there we go. And then, just 1 second, guys.
Energy low.
I'm back. Alright. Oh, wow. Looks like we need to recharge, so we might as well hit this. Looks like we got a couple of buffs. Controlled breathing, survival buff. Our buff is available. Oh, wow. So oxygen consumption rate has gone down. That's nice, actually. We're going to need to grab a little bit of food, though. A little meal pack, some kelp crisps. Yummy, yummy. Alright, so now that we got that moved over, I think that's going to be a lot nicer. But we do want to have... Oh, this is good too, because this will give us another access point for things, and we can drop stuff off. That's going to be nice. Okay, so I think... Let's see, we're going to want an access point out that way to that dome out there. So I'm thinking we need to have somewhere where we've either a ladder or a stairway. Given the size of this dome here, I think a ladder might actually be better. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put the ladder right there, actually. And if we put a ladder right there, we can actually put a passage up there. Oh, can we do that? Let's see, guys. I don't know if the progression's gone along well enough to be able to get access to those. Yes, we do. Wait, sort of. We only have access to the lit ones? That's weird. Lake corridor only. Huh. That's not that I'm complaining about that. That's absolutely okay, but it's just kind of weird. But that's okay. That's what we got to deal with, guys. That's how it rolls. So I'm thinking we're gonna want to go with the lighter passages. So let's do this one here, and we might as well get the passage up here first. And we'll do. Oh, do we want to do? Now, if we do this one, even though it's narrow, there can be storage in it. Actually, you know what might be kind of cool? Is to set this one up for a... Yeah. I wonder if we can do the bedroom thing on this. Have, like, the bedroom with the window here. I wonder, can we get beds at all? Or are we still on... Oh, I'm hungry. Okay. Well... Let's get some more food, because stomach's growling, gotta eat. Alright, so I don't think yeah, we need... So let's open the progression tree and see what it takes to get that. Let's see, beds. We need a bed in here. Whoa, okay, it's in here. What is that? What do we... Oh, that's it? We just got to do a. We just got to complete a interior block. Jeez Louise. Well, that would have been just easy. Okay. Where would be a good, actually a good spot for an interior block would be right here, actually. All right, let's go ahead and clear this and slap an interior block in here, and then we'll be good to go. So let's go with, yeah, well, we could do that. I like this one better, though. I think this is way cooler. And I think that, we'll just do it this way. That one right there will do just fine. Alright, let's go ahead and lock that down. Bam! Now we're open. Now we can go ahead and get a bed knocked up, set up in this little corner. Alright, and then that will take care of the need for, well, actually, I don't know. There's not a lot of room if we put a bed in there because we need to have an area to walk through. That's the challenge. So, yeah, I don't think that's such a good idea, so let's go ahead and put that back. Yeah, that way we're not getting the radiation exposure while we're arranging everything here. Uh-oh. Why is that not... Is this thing not sealed? Why is that only one square? Oh no. What is not sealed right? Alright, looks like that's happening. Huh. Okay, I don't understand why that's not sealed. The only thing I did was put that one part in, and it didn't... Why is it not sealing? No, those are all good. So apparently these things don't seal, huh? Alright. Oh, that's not changing it either. Okay, so there's something else here that's leaking air. What is leaking air? Is it this thing? Alright, well, let's get some air in here. Actually, yeah. That's kind of a priority right now. And we can collect some when we go back here and dig up some of this stuff. Alright, get some more of this. Okay. Might as well build up some more of this stuff here. Okay, I think we got this good enough that I don't think it's going to be a problem when we go to put the rest of this frame in place. So let's go see if we need to dig up any more on the other side here. I don't think so, because I think this is on a, yeah, this is on an elevated spot here, so. Alright, cool. It just makes more sense to, if we're going to do this, to make sure that we drill where it's going to be beneficial. We'll drill a little bit here. Ah, good, inventory's full. We can stop doing that now. Yep, Geiger counter's screaming at us. Okay, let's go ahead and drop this in here. There we go. Alright, so let's go back and do this again. Because I want to make sure that that's not what did it before. So let's just do this real quick. Oh, shoot. Yep, I know. Alright, we're good. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and give us some healing here. And while we're at it, let's put a weather marker on here. Not that there's really weather here, but I, as a general rule, like to have the weather on my display of my survival kit, just because usually that's where I'm respawning or whatever, and it gives me an idea of what to look forward to. Alright, so we've got that in place. We do need to get some more food. Please tell me we got some more food. We did. Not enough to really make the hugest of differences. We need more food. We gotta figure out a way to get more food. Do we have any kind of seeds that we can maybe grow some food once we get that set up? No, we don't. So basically, we need to get a lot more algae farms. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll keep this at ground level on this side and algae farm the roof up a lot. We could do that and run... yeah, we could do like an algae farm there. Do a bunch of like laying down algae farms, which would give us light as well as more food. And we could do that, or at least set some up over there and just keep this area clear to head over that way. Give us like a little area here. So if we do that, we have our door here, and then we could put a ladder here up to this upper level maybe? No. Well, we could set a ladder here and go up to there and have like a passageway here that leads into the other area. That actually would be pretty cool, actually. Especially if we raised it up and yeah, okay. So here's our plan. So we want to have another door, is what I'm thinking. We'll do another sliding door because we want to be able to have them separated. So let's do that. We're going to go in here. We're going to have a door. Alright, then let's go ahead. Alright, now let's go in here, grab this. And let's go down here, see if we've got some more materials, get that door built up. There's our deals there, there's that, and we're gonna need those. Okay. So let's go ahead and get those in there. Wow, it is bright outside. Okay, that's gonna seal us up on that side. And we need steel plates for that one. And the nice thing about setting up like this, guys, is that it's gonna allow us to be, in case something happens, say something gets damaged between the areas, we've got protection in place for that so that it'll airtight and keep the food situated and also keep this area secure. And then what we can do, let's see, so we're gonna go this way, and this will be our entrance into that area, and this area will entrance into that, and then we'll have it have the entrance into the actually, you know what we might do? Okay, so what I'm thinking is we'll extend this out a little bit more. That, I think we can, well, no, we can't really do that. Maybe we'll pull this out to here. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Because we've just got a, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna put this here. Alright, yep, Okay. Now we got this in place there. Now we can put a fan here and make that a proper airlock because that's our outside airlock there. And then when we do that, we can actually put a door right here. So let's do one of these kind of doors, an offset door right there. Now does that give us enough way to get through? Yeah, it does. It does give us enough of a way to go through there. And it also keeps that locked in place, which is nice. But it's not comfortable. So I think comfortable would mean that we'd put it on this side, like so. Which is going to leave that open there, but that's okay. Because what we can do here to keep that okay and secure is we use one of these, or, oh, wait, idea. So what if we do this? Can we access displays? Yes, okay, good. This is really good, guys, because we put the display in place. That's going to make it airtight. And then what we can do here is set this up to run we set this up so that we can run a fan down here. So to do that, we're going to take this one out and make this a, well, you know what we could do? This is actually smarter. What if we took this out like so, and that out like so, and then we put a armor block here, and we take that out, and then we put in, we curve this so that it goes through the fan. That's going to save us some materials. Alright, so let's do that. Let's, there we go. And then this one here will be the same boat. But we're going to need to change that. So let's go here. And we'll do the same thing for this side. Because I want to be able to use, yeah, there we go. That works out good. Alright. Alright, now we'll put the... So this is one of the ways, for those of you that might be new, this is how you build a proper airlock. Because you need to have a way to draw the air out. So by setting this up like this, we're going to go in here, and we're going to switch this over to depressurize. So that's going to suck the air out. And then we set this up. Now you'll notice that it's got a big gap there, which is why we need something up here. So for now, what we'll do until we set up something else on this area here, we're going to go ahead and put an angle block here just so that it seals it up. Now let's see here. Do we got a gap here? Not once we do this. We need 5 more displays, and we need some construction components. So let's see if we got some more displays. If not, we do have a assembler. Alright. Nope. Oh, yep, we do right here. Here's some displays. And we need construction components. I saw some right here. Okay, good. Alright. Oh. Wow. We're too short on the displays. No problem. Actually, you know what? We'll have this do it. Go to production. We'll do 10 more displays. I'm sure we can get enough material for that. And there we go. Now we're airtight. We should be airtight just fine. So let's see here. No, why is the air going out and not being sucked out? Okay, so we're not airtight. This is part of the problem, guys. Is trying to figure out the air tightness. Alright, let's see here now. If that goes down to 1 square... No, it's not. Why are we not airtight? This is the trick.
No energy.
Ah, energy. He says low air. We'll sit down for a second. We gotta figure this out, guys, because that's how you're gonna do it. Is you're gonna set this up so that it's airtight all the way around. Oh, we got a pirate drone, scout drone searching. Oh, that's useful. Just so you know, if you decide to if you run into one of these pirate scout drones, and any drone that comes from space is gonna probably have ion drives, and those things can't handle the gravity on this planet, so it crashes. It's like instant salvage. But these guys don't ever get close enough, so hopefully it'll get close enough. We do have a small arms turret, so, you know. Alright, so it's drawing... Okay, so it's blowing out, which means that is blowing in. So let's close the door and see. I still hear it blowing. Alright, so that means there's definitely a gap here somewhere. Oh, I bet it's right there. I bet that's got to be the gap. Unless, oh wait, is it here? I don't know where the gap is. Let's see if this solves the problem. Nope, that does not solve the problem. Is this the problem here? It shouldn't be. This should seal it just fine. We're gonna see if this was the problem. I need more. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm doing a test here, guys. I want to see if this is it. Is this it? No? No, it's still doing it. Why? Where am I? It can't be up there, is it? Because those things are airtight. Now, it must be the door. It has to be the door. Well, as much as I hate to admit it, it might just be this. Usually, I thought these were airtight. But it must not be. Alright, well, let's go ahead and... I know. Let's go ahead and drop... Alright, so... let's go ahead and put this pipe back where it belongs, and then we're going to go ahead and pull that display. I thought those displays were airtight. I've done some stuff before where they were airtight. Maybe it changed with the update or something, but I've never seen them not be airtight before. That's a first. Alright, so if that's not it, and that's not it, then it's got to be that deal below, which all it just means is we got to just do a all it means is we just got to take that off and put a, oh, you know what we could do? Can we get light panels? Because I'm pretty sure we might as well take this opportunity and see if those will sit okay or not. Alright, now let's see if that works. Alright, that does do the job. So that was the problem. Interesting. Now see how that's like that? That means there's no air in here. If you look, you see O2 none. Open it up, you're not losing anything. That is how you set up a decent, easy airlock. Sometimes I like to have those on the bottom, sometimes not, and then when you open it up, if you notice, it's going to go ahead and pull. You hold it out, see, we're cycling air, close it, we're good to go. This also means we can run out there, we're not going to lose air. Not that it matters, because we have ice. So, you know, it's one of those things. Alright, so let's see here. Wow, those guys are really hauling it. Unfortunately, they're moving away. It's sad. Makes me almost want to build a drone and then send it out there to draw them in and have them crash. Actually, you know, that might not be a bad plan. To set up a ambush where they come in too close to the system and then they crash into the atmosphere. That would be really cool. And then we could salvage whatever we wanted. Oh, I like that. Well, that'd be something to do in the future. Okay, so we got that in place. This is our thing here. We're going to go ahead and can we build ladders? I'm pretty sure we can. Hopefully we can. Yes, we can. Alright, cool. Because we need a ladder right here so we can climb up and down. Alright, cool beans. And we got this for small grid stuff in case we want to put more small grid stuff. Alright, this is nice. So what we need to do is we need to get, well, we don't have anything to grow with that, but we want to get that, I want to get some of these algae farms in place. You know what we could do? We could put another algae farm right here just like this one was. We could. I mean, it would hook right in with everything. I think that might be a good idea, actually. Do we have enough? I'm pretty sure we have enough materials to do one, actually. Yeah, we got 71 of that. 40. Yeah, we could do it. Let's do it. Alright, let's go up here and do it again. We're going to do another one. It wouldn't hurt. It really wouldn't. So let's go ahead and get it in the same category of color. Now, I do very much like to do algae. Those algae ones. Okay, let's see here. I like to use those half algae blocks and half oxygen blocks in the place of windows. A lot of times it's really kind of cool. I think it looks pretty neat to see through that, all that stuff. Okay, let's see here. All right, we want to turn you. Okay, is that how we have you? Yeah, oh no. Yep, that's it, right like that. Why can't I place that? I don't understand. Why am I not able to place that there? Alright, cool. Well, that's a nice little wall of algae farms. Kind of handy. Now here's the thing. We could get on this here, we could put solar panels across there on either side of that. That would work really well. If we did that, though, we wouldn't be able to put you there, but we could move that over on a post on this corner, maybe, or over here. Alright, let's go ahead and jump down here. Alright. Yep, I know I'm hungry. Alright, so let's see here. It's going to start Geigering any second now, which we well know is how this works. Alright, yep, there we go. We're going to do this one a little differently. We're going to run that across that way. Alright. Alright, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get done this, and we're going to continue to heal up from this very bad exposure of radiation. Okay. So I wanted to put that across there because I want to be able to establish that I wanted to have an angle piece all the way across to provide that level. I don't know. Is there okay, let's take a look at this because I want to make sure. I mean, that's an angle piece that way. But when we have an angle piece like that, we don't really have a triangular deal, do we? Is there well, that doesn't really work. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do a half block like that and run that across. And if we did, would that work? How would that, could we do that like, that's with like this block here. So if we did this block instead, I wonder, yeah, that would work actually. Yeah. This is not a proper airlock, so, you know, we're gonna lose some air, but that's fine. Idea. Alright, so we're gonna go with this one here, there, and there. Alright, and then we're going to fly over here real quick. And we're going gonna do on this one too. Yep, I know. We're getting all toasted that way. All right. All right. So, let's see. Do we have more food? We do. Okay, we'll eat some food. Okay, so the goal here is we want to get these things set up, and what I'm thinking is we got all those in place. We still need to do the rest of the red flooring on both of these. So I'm thinking we should get the red flooring in place next. Get it placed in there. Get it welded up as much as possible. Before we do any real interior infrastructure and adjustments on that, we definitely want to set up the make it airtight as much as possible. So we're probably going to want vent fans on all of these exits, all of them, all the way around. So we probably want to build this one here. We might do a vent fan going into there. I don't know. That's our walkway on the side, and this is our straight-in entry. But I'm thinking we're going to have growers on either side. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Alright, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and get in here. Alright, so. Oh, dang on it. Alright, half beam. That's what we want right there. Alright, we'll fly over here. Same deal here. Over here, same deal here. Alright, now we'll go with a full block off the bottom. There. And we'll do it. Yep, I know. There. Okay. And even though it's gonna hurt us really bad, we're gonna... I really want to get these bases in place before we go back inside, but I think we have to go inside now.
Low health.
Yep, I noticed. Yep, this radiation is just annoying. Alright, now we're at the first aid kit here. I wonder if you do... I don't think you heal inside of a hibernation from this sort of thing, so I think we're just pretty much going to have to keep on doing this back and forth, but that's okay. You know, we just got to do what we got to do. I wish there also was a way to make rad medicine. If there's a way to make radiation medicine, that would be perfect. I also did not see any economy bases on here, which is interesting and a challenge all by itself. Alright, so we got the framework in place along with the supports. So the next step is going to be setting up our flooring. So we're going to do these kind of deals here, but we're not going to do frozen. So let's go down here and actually let's do this. That's the color, that's the kind we want. We don't want frozen because it's going to be indoors. Which is also why that's going to change. Oops, I don't want that to change, but that's fine. Really? There we go. Go, and now we get started. We're at 50. I'd rather it be a little better than that, but you know what? almost got it, guys. Alright, let's get inside and get charged back up again. Wow, we really got full dose this time. Yep, I know. Alright, let's go ahead and get this set up. Once we get that in place, we'll go ahead and put walls around it. But what I'd like to do for that is something a little different, maybe? I don't know. Probably should just do steel plate walls. Even though I would like to change out those for a few other things, but let's see. Yeah, what's our steel plate status? I think we got quite a few. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. Yeah, let's see here. Wow, this is really like a lot. It's crazy, guys. I would like to get another another battery in place up there. So maybe while we're doing this, we should see about doing our production queue and go into the assembler, and let's get some more batteries set up. We need 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's going to be 8 of these power cells. Let's get 8 of those power cells set up in queue. I don't know if it's actually going to... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to generate anything. Why? Oh, because we don't have any materials. All we have is stuff. That's right. We're all out of materials. Alright, that's fine. We'll just leave it in queue, and when we get material from some of these mining locations, then we'll go from there. Right now we just have this material. We could break down some of this, but I don't know that it really matters, does it? Do we need... Well, let's see, superconductors. Let's see what these things have. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. That's gold and iron. And that is iron and cobalt. Yeah, see, that's not going to be helpful. What we need for the batteries is silicone, and we're going to need nickel, but the problem is we're going to need silicone glass if we're going to build a greenhouse at some point, but we got to have seeds for that. So until we do, we're going to be doing an algae farm system, and we may have to actually do an algae farm up there too and try to get as much of the ceiling done in algae farms. Honestly, we may have to just do a series of algae farms right across there. If we do that, we can put that, well, we have this door here, so we can't really do algae farms right there. But the rest of this we could, and then this area down here, we just have this area for a sitting area and things like that. So we have to figure out where is the quarters going to be, where sleeping areas. Now, if we go ahead and set this up, let's see. Oh look, we're low enough we can go out here and do some welding. That's good. We need to do a lot of welding, because, yeah. So we're going to drop these off. We don't need these for what we're going to do, and we don't need the ice. That can go into the thing, but we do need the steel plates. So let's go ahead and get out here and do the steel plates. We'll do some welding. Okay, we're clear. Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. So now let's go ahead and get this other set up. Alright, we're getting... Yeah, we need to get back in here and get some more air. We need more anti-radiation going on there. Alright, so we're back to doing that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to setting up light armor blocks, and then we'll run another dome off of that as well. I wonder if there's... we're basically going to set everything up into a series of domes. Kind of like you do, like you see in like Martian stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little bit more kelp. Okay, so ready, and out we go. All right, let's get this closed up here. All right, and out we go, and let's go ahead and we're gonna set this up on, let's see here. We're gonna do a little different this time. We're gonna go all the way up on this. The idea here is we're going to take this up like this. Yep. We're going to take the radiation because we want to get this done. Alright. Because this is going to go taller than that one, so... Alright, yep, health is definitely having an issue, so let's go ahead and get in here. Lock this down, open this up, hop back in here, and let's get some first aid. So we're actually really rolling along nicely on this. This is going to be a taller one, and I think what I'm going to do on this one is just for now we're going to do steel cap on it, but we're going to ultimately take that steel cap off. And then that's going to be replaced with glass, I think, and we'll maybe do some I-beam work on top of that. One of the reasons why I set it up the way I set it up is so that I could do I-beams go up the sides and over the top, but I just haven't figured out how I want to make that look. I mean, it's an idea. We can do other things, but... Alright. We're going to give it a second here. While we're at it, we're going to hop back to, we're going to go do these half slopes. But we're going to do them like this corrugated steel. Yeah, so it's going to look like that. Alright, and let's go ahead and get the last kelp crisp. I know that some of you might wonder, well, what's going to happen when I run out of food? Well, it's going to be a sad day. That's what's going to happen when I run out of food, because you got to have food in this game if you're doing the survival. It's essential. Yep, that was going to come. I knew that was happening. Alright, so... Alright, now, what we're going to do here...
Low health.
Oh, snap. Yep, didn't think about that. Alright, let's do that again. Alright, let's see here. Oh, snap, we just ventilated the whole thing. Well, I figured that because I left this door open. And let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, that was not very well thought out, was it? Alright, so I'm thinking up here on this, I was going to go with this. Go set up on that like this. Actually, you know what? We're going to do it a little differently. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave that there. And we're going to go with... Let's see here. Let's see. How are we going to do this so that it connects with that just fine? I don't have a double curve on that either. Okay. Alright, so... Now, I have that set up a little differently. But for now, I want to do it this way so that we can get it sealed up. Alright, so that seals it up. Let's drop down here, hop in here, let's get this radiation sorted. And then we're going to go in and just start welding it up. Because if we can get that welded up, the thing is what I'm thinking is if we get that welded up and then we can somehow airtight that. I think if we bring the blocks down and then angle them, that would do the trick. So let's go do that. Before we go, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get our charge up here. We just need to get these all welded up and then we can link it over via the airlock and change it over to full pressurization. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side for the industrial section, and then we'll do another one on the other side for... We'll get the other platform set up, and then we'll have all 3 domes set up. And then we still have to do the 4th dome, which is going to be over where the cockpit, or where the vehicle is. And I figure we can have residences up above that. That's going to be pretty broad. Or we could do it on top of the industrial section, but I don't think we're going to do it necessarily because that's pretty tall too. But I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it turns out. We may have to elevate this up too to a higher level, and in which case that means those will have to go up too. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes together. But for now, we just need to get a lot of stuff welded up, and we're going to need a lot more steel. So let's get these things dropped off, get that dropped off, and grab us some more steel. We don't need these tools, so let's see here.
Meteor storm inbound.
Of course there is. That's why we have weapon systems to shoot down the rocks. Alright, good. Alright, we got plenty of steel. Let's go take care of some business. Actually, yeah, we're going out here this way. Alright, let's get inside and get this thing taken care of. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. This one's actually pretty easy because we really don't have a whole lot going on with it. We just have the cargo and that's it. So we might put shelves along the walls inside there and just have some materials sitting out. That might be a really cool thing to do. We might build a workbench or something like that in there too, for some people. But basically as storage, maybe put some crates. I don't think we'll put a workbench in there. That goes in the other one for the industrial. Alright, let's see here. How are we doing on steel? Oh, we got plenty. Okay, good. Let's see if we can get the rest of this knocked out here. I know, we gotta get in there. Come on, go. Ah! I was trying to get in there and it didn't work. So frustrating. Alright, let's turn the light on. We've got to ventilate everything because we had the door open because we were trying to get in. Alright, so where is the... There's my backpack right there. We'll grab all our materials. Now let's see here if this works. Alright, so yeah, it works, but just not the way I thought it was going to work. Alright, so we have... This area is airtight apparently, so that's good. We'll need to put... let's grab some materials. We're going to need to build a vent fan here. So let's do that. We're going to need a few of these. Let's see, I think... Do we use computer components for that? I don't remember. Huh. Alright, let's go ahead and get a vent fan on here. We don't need a full vent, just a small vent. That'll do the trick to get air in here. And we'll have our access point. Ooh, actually, you know what might be smarter? Let's not put it on this end. Let's put it over here, right here. Because the odds of coming over here for anything is basically not going to happen. Alright, so we need a computer component. There's the component we need right there. Oh, construction components as well. Okay. Oh, we do have 40 powers. Oh. I didn't realize we had stuff in there that we could utilize, so we only need 40 more to be able to build the second battery. Oh. Alright. Good. Now we're pressurized in here. That's good. That's really good. I like that. Okay, so this is done. Well. Yeah, let's be consistent here. Okay, so this is done. The dome is set up. Got this set up like that. That's good. I like that. We could put other stuff over here, but I don't know what yet. The other thing I was thinking too is this is a good roof to have for a launch place for aerial vehicles, since we can connect it directly to the container there. Alright, so that takes care of this part. Now, the next phase of this is going to be getting this other platform set up. I don't know that we have enough material for that. We might have to go a little bit more creative, and I have an idea how I would like to do that. This one we might actually go with doing, we might do like interior plate stuff, but how much do those interior plates cost? And do we have enough? Let's do some quick math. Okay, so what I'm thinking of is I want to do the interior wall that is the lit wall light. So that's 25 and 10. Now I'm going to guess we're probably going to need probably about 10 to do that side, to do the walls on the ground level. So that's going to be 250 interior plates at least. So let's see, do we have 250 interior plates? Let's see here. Oh, well, first of all, we're going to drop off this because we don't need that, or this, or that. So let's see, 250. Well, we definitely have enough construction components, but do we have 250 interior plates? Oh, yeah. We definitely have enough of that, and we actually have a whole lot more of those, so that should do the trick right there. So we're gonna have to, oh, yeah, that's the tricky part. Our exit is not as easy as it used to be. Makes me feel like I kind of want to change that out, honestly, but we really should have a door over here that goes out, and yeah, let's do that. Let's get the door out so that we got it. So let's get that in. So we're going to drop off some of these, and we're going to grab some of this. And we're going to drop a couple more of those. We might as well get our doors in place. I mean, it only makes sense. I mean, it's silly not to, so we're going to have to do a door down here, which will go right here. So we might as well just clear that out. In this case, we're going to do a walkway out here. We could do a door straight in that way, though. Actually, that might make more sense. Oh, come on. I gotta get to this thing. It's like... Scroll, 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 scroll. So, right here. So let's do our door. Now, unlike that one, I want to do a door there. And I want to do a door right here like that. Okay, perfect. So now we're set that way, but we do need a few more bulletproof glass. So do we have more bulletproof glass? Because that's been a really hot commodity lately, and I don't know that we have any more. Oh, we do. Okay, good. Okay, so that sets this up nicely. Now we'll put the other battery up on top here so we have a battery stack. And that's going to go really nicely. And then when the time comes to do this, we'll push this out, push the whole assembly out. Or we'll just simply remove this and replace it with something else. And yeah, oh, maybe we'll do like an aquarium and stuff. It might be kind of nice to make this like a little sitting area anyway, because we have our food dispenser, we have our first aid area. Yeah, that might be kind of cool. Maybe set up a little display, a little thing here where you're working, like a desk and stuff. Oh, actually a desk going out that way maybe? And put an aquarium right there? Oh, that would be really cool actually. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so now we got our door out here. Oh, you know what we could do too? We could actually do like a display up above that says where that goes there, where that goes there. So we should probably set up our exit airlock. This is actually probably going to be the best door out to the hangar, because the hangar we can push it out, have it come out, and you can go left or right into the hangar, left to the airlock, which will then take you outside, and then that would push it out further, and that would allow you to be able to have that airlock kind of situated really nicely. Oh, I like that. But that's a future project. Right now we need to get our interior position blocks in place, and I want these on the inside all the way down each side. I think it would be really good. I think having that set up on the inside would look really cool. So let's go ahead and get in here, close it up. Alright, and let's get it done. And have it on that side, and do the same thing on this side. And then we'll have on this side, we'll do this. I can change these out later, so we're just doing these temporarily. And then we'll run, let's do these right here, 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 and here, here. And then on this side here, we'll actually take this up right here, here, there, and we'll do this one there, and then we'll go right back to here, and we're gonna start getting radiation right about now. There we go. I know we're pushing the envelope, guys, but we're going to get this.
Low health.
Yep, I know. Airlock, open, and let's get to the first aid kit. Alright, we're there. Alright, so now we're going to do first aid stuff. We got really close, guys. This is really, really close. If we can just get this done, it's going to be so nice. We'll be doing really, really good, and that's the plan here. This is just really the challenge you have on Europa. It's just like you're fighting the radiation more than anything else in the universe. Now we might do some of the things I like to do to make my stuff a little bit more challenging. Maybe we'll, like I say, maybe we can make a drone that goes out, does some reconnaissance. I'm not sure what the range is on some of the antennas that you can do, but we can try to make it as much of a maximum range as possible. But we'll need to have antennas on both the drone and the base, and then we'll have to stay in connection that way and just remote control it out. And if we do this right and keep an eye on its fuel, do it hydrogen based, we should be able to get up into space, which may open up our ability to be able to see where we're going to go. I mean, we want to get a ship off here, sure, no problem. We're going to do that. But it might be kind of fun to see if we can't do a drone to do some reconnaissance and be able to like really improve on everything. So, okay, we're waiting for this thing to get itself up. Let's go ahead and get some more life. Another thing we probably want to do is get some sort of control seat set up in here somewhere, so we can control the base properly. Problem is it's tricky because we don't have 3 floors, we just have basically 2 floors, and then we have the roof. So it's kind of tricky. We almost should go up one more level. But if we do that, we're going to need to raise these up too, and that creates a challenge in other respects because of the way we set everything up there. But we could do it. We could go up one more level, and that would actually be pretty cool because that would allow us to be able to have an upper floor and that this be the middle floor, you see, which isn't a bad thing, but I don't know. We'll have to think about that. That's something to think about. If we did that, we can put living quarters up there too. And I like the idea of this being an open area. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to have like a control seat somewhere down here that we can use. I don't know that we have materials for that though. I mean, it's not essential, but it's useful. You could do a lot of control stuff from just a regular seat, but yeah. I don't know. Alright, so let's drop this stuff off. And let's grab ourselves... Oh, we're definitely going to need more of that. We're definitely going to need a lot more of that. And let's go out here and get some stuff done, guys. Some of it we'll probably have to do outside, but for now, we're doing okay. Oh, I kind of like this, actually. It's like a little walkway in here. So let's see if this does it. Okay, we're at high. And we're at none. Okay, so we do have a leak in here somewhere. Wait, we're not getting any kind of... Or maybe not. Oh yeah, alright, we're airtight. That's good, that's good, that's good. We're airtight here. So we push this out, put this further out, and then we can get, we can actually shift all this stuff out of that room completely, which would give us a little bit more space, I think, to put some stuff in the walls and whatnot. We'll need to do some work up here to get that corrugated, but that's okay. But yeah, I kind of like this shelf, this area up on the side there to walk on. That's actually really kind of nice. Like, if you go up on there, that gives you access, and it might not be a bad idea to run a walkway over this so you can get up here. And this could give you access to the machinery up above, and I kind of like that. That's kind of cool, actually. So I think moving this out this way might be smart. Maybe put that right here. Yeah, and then we can have the, we can run the refinery, and we could actually go for an industrial assembler if we wanted to, and put the industrial assembler right here and run it out to about here, and then we could put the refinery on the end, run a pipe out to the motor, and have the motor out a little further out from that. So I'm thinking actually these might be a good spot to put some shelves. So let's go in here and open this up. Let's do some red shelves. I want to do red shelves like that. Alright, so we're gonna need some girders. And let's do some basic red shelving out here. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, you know what we should do when we do the red? Let's do the red slightly rusty. I want to give it that worn look. It's kind of cool, I think, for this circumstance. So let's do that. Okay, I'm really confused. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's find where is our shelves. There it is. Okay, so that is because we could walk across the top of the storage shelf. Okay, and then this storage shelf, we could do power cells with this one and motors. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Alright, so let's do that. So we'll start with this one, and we'll do this one. Alright, cool. And what that does, I bet it'll work just like a, yeah, see, a walkway. Aha. Perfect. And then we got this walkway right over here to deal with that. Alright, that's cool. That's really cool. Alright, and then this clears that out. So right here is where we'll put the engine. We'll keep that red also. I kind of like that idea, actually. Do we want it to be rusty, though? Nah. I don't want it to be rusty. Let's make it a newly refurbished one. How about that? Like clean armor, or... Nah, I don't like plastic armor. I don't want silver armor. Retro future? Nah. Oh, we could do sci-fi armor. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, we'll do that. Oh. We need steel plates. Okay, no problem. Let's get some steel plates. Not that it matters, because we're just going to move it over there anyway. Alright, so that's there. Okay. And then... I like this color here for the... Alright, so let's see here. So that's going to come out to there. So I wonder if it'll let me do that upside down like that. We're going to find out, because I want to get this in position here. So... Unable to place it. Yeah, it's not going to work. It'll work up against that there, but not here like that. Yeah, I figured as much. Well, you know what? We'll do our pipe first. How about that? And then we'll do the other one after that. Let's go with the pipe. We're going to do... we don't want the conveyor pipe end. We'll do the flanged right there. Then we'll do our refinery right there like that. And that's where our assembler is going to go. And then we'll have a conveyor access point in there. And we could actually probably push that out and just do conveyoring all the way around. And then that would alleviate the pipe. But I kind of like the pipe, honestly. I think the pipe's kind of a cool look. I don't know that I want to have, if we're going to do an industrial conveyor system, though, I want it in here. Okay. High voltage, huh? Yeah, I know. Turn that sucker off. Alright, so next order of business is going to be the industrial refinery. I mean, industrial assembler. Okay, so that's going to be kind of tricky, but we can work with that. Ever access here? Okay, cool. That'll work out, I guess. Alright, let's go grab as much materials as we can to get that done, because that's going to be like a major component project. And the real big one's going to be the grids. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get that in place. Let's get this all set up. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, and we need 10, and we have 10. Alright, cool. This works out nicely. And this is where I'll set up a little bench right here underneath there. I think that would look really cool. And ultimately, maybe we'll turn those into windows. Oh, that's cool. So we got this little access point here. It's upside down, but who cares? You know, it's all going to be vertical. We could rotate it, but why bother? Well, most of our stuff's up top anyway, so... Wow, I'm full? Of what? Oh, we've got... This iron needs to go in here. Alright, let's drop this stuff in here. Okay, so we'll drop that in there. Alright, cool. Alright, do we have... Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So, for this here, what I'm thinking is we'll do a conveyor junction. that right there. Now what to do with this space, I don't know. Because that would be, I mean, if we wanted to, we could actually take that away from there and put that over there. But if we did that, why would we clear that out? There's no real purpose on that side of things. We could, oh, I see what we could do. We could set up a fan in there that would provide air to here, but it doesn't really matter, actually. We don't have an airlock. We just have a doorway through that can act like an airlock, but it doesn't really matter. So what would we put there? Well, you know what we could do? We could put a cargo terminal there, and if we did that, if we set up a cargo terminal, then we'd have access to a cargo terminal from this side. Come in here, da-da-da-da. And that would be nice. That could be really nice. It would be connected by that. And that would be really a kind of a nice thing to have on hand. Yeah, I like that idea. We're going to need a display and some interior plates. Well, I do believe that we have interior plates, and I'm pretty sure we made extra displays. Yep. And there we go. Perfect. Now we have access to that right there. And you know what we could do, if we wanted to, if we had this pipe come out to here, or actually if we did conveying all the way around and took care of this pipe completely, as much as I really like that pipe, if we did conveying all the way around, we could make it so that we had a sorter dump all the ore into here. But if we did that, then it wouldn't work, because we have processing going on here. We'd have to do some sort of repiping, and it's too much of a hassle. Let's not do that. Okay, so let's see what kind of other things we could throw in here to make this place a little bit more agreeable. Like what kind of desk or workshop or something here. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to our decoration. Lab equipment. No, don't need experiments. Let's take a look at... Let's look at this first. No. Well, that's kind of cool, but that's a lab desk. I don't know that that's what we'd be doing with, is messing with a lab desk. No. Well, that's a lab counter, though. Well, there's a sink. No, that doesn't really suit with it. No, we don't need a microscope. Well, we could do a captain's desk, I guess. It's not exactly what I wanted, though. I mean, we've got that. You know what we could do? Just set up a monitoring station here. Well, that would work. Oh, that's perfect. This right here would be exactly what we'd want right there. Because then we can put up all these other things too. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that in place. Okay, and that one will set up like that too. Let's go get some more girders. Yeah, there we are. Okay, well, we can grab those power cells too. Pretty sure I saw power cells in here somewhere. Yeah, there they are. We'll grab those. Cool. There we go. We got that. We need some more displays to take care of that, but we don't have the... Well, we could make some more. Let's do that. Why not? Let's make another 10 more.
No energy.
Oh, we have no energy. Okay, well, let's have a sit down then. That's all we gotta do, just have a sit down and we're good to go. Alright, let's do this. We're almost done with this part. Back in here, let's see where we go. Blah, got turned around. Alright, let's get this set up here. Oh, we need one more, 2 more, 3 more, 14,000 more. You know what? I like these grays better. I think these would look a lot better with the gray. Yeah. Yeah, it looks better that way. Alright, nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Control stuff. Although it might look kind of cool if it was facing something over here. Or that there. Instead of between it. So let's see. Let's see, does it look better facing that way? Or does it look better facing that way? Huh. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like it against the red like that. Alright, we're gonna do that. Alright, cool. I like that, that's really kinda neat. And you know what we could do? We could actually set up that there, and then we can put that there. More displays that way. That works out kind of nice. And then we could put another shelf over here, and that one is gonna have thruster components and stuff like that on it. Oh yeah, I like that. Cool, it's starting to look kind of nice in here, kind of like an industrial area, a workspace. Oh, you know what we do need to do though? And maybe we'll do that here. We need to make a stairway or ladder or something that goes up that way. Maybe... Let's see here. Yeah, let's get an interior plate. I hope I can fit that there because we needed to get up onto the walkway so we can access stuff. Uh-oh, are we out of interior plates? No way. Oh, well, we better get that done. Alright, so... See, the thought crossed my mind it might be... We might have a problem putting it in there. But let's see. Oh, shoot. I did not realize that. Little details. You know, like, oh gee, grinder's out. Oh, we need pipes. Let's go get some small pipes. Where do we have small pipes? That's okay, we can build some more. We got some steel left. Yep. Alright, so let's get that in place. Alright, so let's see here. We can still get access in here. Okay, good. That works nice. Alright, we can get there. Okay, we can still get by this. Okay. We can still sit down here, check our displays. We can still get by here, go back in here, do what we gotta do. Alright. Now let's see if this does what I want it to do. Yep, we can do our walkway, do our checks up here, da-da-da-da. Walk this way over this, so go back in here, do what we gotta do there. Oh yeah, this is great. This is perfect. This is exactly what I like. And then we can climb down. And there we are. Perfect. See? That works out nice. And if we want to, I'll turn that off. I mean, we've got all this nice lighting down here, so we don't really need to worry about lighting up there if we don't want to. So yeah, that works out nicely. And we still got interior plates and displays we need for that. And need girders for that. Alright, let's get back in here. Let's see about getting some girders. I want to get that room completed before we call it a night, guys. Alright, let's go over here, see if we can get some more displays. We'll do 20 displays, see if we can do that. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, cool, that's in place. Nice, I like it. Alright, and then this one here, need those, need some of those girders. Let's see. Are we completely out of the girders? No. But we are going to drop all this stuff off in here, except the girders, because we're going to grab that. And I think this one does these, those, and I don't remember what else it does. Reactor components, superconductors, gravity components. Yeah, so we're not quite there yet, but that's okay. Alright, we're good, we're good. Alright, cool. Perfect. Well, that worked out nice, guys. I like that. Over here we can go ahead and transfer whatever we want over there. It's just nice to have another cargo capacity. We might just cover that with a doorway, just like we might put a doorway. Well, we can't really with that ladder there, but that's okay. I do want to get some lighting on here somehow. We can always cover the corrugation with plates if we want. So we have a lot of options of what we can do here. But yeah, the workshop is done. So that works out nicely. So what I want to do is, I think we're going to go ahead, grab those steel plates, and just to make life good, we're going to come up here, we're going to take the light armor block away, and we're going to replace that with, you know what, I think we're going to do a light. Because if we do conveyoring, we could do conveyoring. I mean, it would work. Conveyor right to here, run the pipe out to there, put the battery in there. I mean, that would work. And we could rotate the battery upside down. You know, it just makes sense. It really does. It just does. So let's do that. I know, it's like crazy, guys, but we gotta do what we gotta do here. So let's get some conveyoring done here. First order of business, we're gonna get the lighting, the color in place. I was gonna put a light there, but you know what? It just makes sense to leave it open so that we can do other things inside of here. And it just, I don't know. Okay, so let's do this real quick, and then we're gonna call it an episode. But first, let's get this done here. Alright, that goes there. And then we're gonna go like this. No problem. Okay, that locked in place there. And now, the tricky part. Which is going to clear us out of air, but you know what? That's okay. Everybody's airless now. Alright, and then we've got one right here. We'll rotate that in place. Alright, well, we're gonna need some pipes and stuff then. Need some materials. Pipes, okay. And we need some other stuff. Okay, we need some of that. Oh, we need interior plates. Uh-oh. We're gonna just put in 100, and then whatever we got left over we'll use for other stuff. Motors. Okay. I know we got plenty of motors. And there we go. And that kind of opens it up even more for us to be able to put other things up here, which works out kind of nice in a way. And then we have this spot here where we'll put the battery in place. Actually, you know what? I wonder about something. I don't think that has an exterior access to it. Which means I might be able to get away with, let's see. Is this, it does not have access to the, oh, that's so perfect. Alright, so I think, guys, we're just going to go ahead and slap our battery in here while we're, you know, planning to find out other stuff. So let's go ahead and put it up there. We're going to jump down and do it from the other side so we can get the display correct. Because I want it upside down. There we go. That way we can see it. And that works out really nice. And it's okay if we got see-through there. So let's go ahead and get the computers. And I think that setting it up with the, let's see, I think setting up the fresh power cells is best. I don't really want to use any of the power cells we currently have. So yeah, so that works out nicely. So we'll close that up, boom, close that up, boom, and then that will finish off when we get an opportunity to get some more power cells set up. So this works out really nice, guys. I like how this display is, how this is set up. I think that if we put some windows up here, we'll get some lighting in here, but I think this is really nice. Even if we put living spaces elsewhere, we can do good. But I think it might be really cool. It might even be better to elevate that up to there. Actually, that might be smart. We elevate it up to there. We could actually elevate everything up to there if we wanted to and put stuff down here for sleeping arrangements and stuff like that, and then be able to have, you know, have living areas up here. Might be a really good idea. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, I really don't know how we want to do this. There's a lot of stuff, but this is the living and sleeping area here. I don't think we have enough pipes to do a bed right now, but it might be smart to do a freestanding bed from the new update, of course, and see what we can do that way. So maybe put a freestanding bed right here, just a temporary bed, just so we have a place to sleep between episodes. Sounds like a plan to me. I don't know what you guys think, but we can just slap a freestanding bed behind this chair. And we need a few more interior plates and we're good to go. And we just did a few. So, let's see, where are they? Right here. Perfect. But you know, how many pipes does it take? What do we need to do an actual proper bed? I don't know. But at least we have a place where we can call it a night. Okay, guys, now one nice thing, if you'll notice, there's a pause button next to our food. When you lay down, that's right, you don't have to worry about being hungry. So we're going to go ahead and drop off our materials in here. One other thing we definitely want to do is have a armory, which might be what we want to put there. That's actually a really good spot for one. I wonder if we have the materials for it. Oh, we need a toilet too. So many things we need. Maybe we'll put the toilet here and put a washroom right up against there and have it come out right there, or have a toilet there and a washroom there. Actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, probably a good idea. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it in there. We're gonna go ahead and get a armory. I know, I was gonna wrap this up, guys, but you know what? We gotta get a few essentials. Organize things. There we go. Got that in place. Let's go ahead and see what we need. Displays and bulletproof glass still. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Do we got any displays? I'm pretty sure we had a few done at least. We do. And what's that other thing we need? Bulletproof glass. I'm pretty sure I saw that in one of these two. Yep, right there. Good. We'll get that taken care of right now. Alright, now this is going to cost us though, because this side is oxygen. So let's do it. Alright, so we're going to need we're going to do a bathroom on this. So let's get the toilet in place first. There. And let's get the shower in place, because, you know, you always need one of those. Alright, we need more pipes of all kinds. Let's get those. Uh-oh. Do we have any small pipes left? We're going to need to order some more, I think. Alright, toilet's done. And we need interior plates too. Alright. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got a bathroom, we got this set up, got a little bed here that we're going to work with. We can put more bedding facilities up there, maybe set up, maybe do a bed there, and then like have some sort of, I don't know, maybe do like a half bed there, I don't know, and then we'll need something to block this area up so we have some visibility. Maybe this area will have maybe we'll take this. I just feel like I want to get this done, guys. I just feel like we want to get this set up. I don't know, we'll have to figure out how we want to do this. Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. So I'm thinking like 2 beds there, maybe? So let's go over here, and if we do this, this is actually going to work out really well because this will give us some lighting down below. If we do a light panel right here, that provides a platform for the bed to go on for that upper floor. So if we do that, then we can get a bed up here. And see, we can have a pathway over here, right next to this. And actually, you know what we could do? We could put that over here to go up to a walkway that goes around all of this stuff, you see? So what I'm thinking is we do something like this. We need a bed. We'll throw a bed up there. But we're not going to do a full bed, we'll do a half bed, you see? Now if we do a half bed like that. We could do another half bed like that. And then off here we can do one of these passages with a light right here, like that, and do one like this. And both oh wait, nope, we want this one to be on this side. We gotta rotate that. Right there like that, see? And now we've got two little bedrooms. We put another light, or maybe we'll put something else here like, oh, I don't know, maybe an aquarium. That would be really kind of cool. So let's, yeah, let's do that. So for this here, oh, you know, there's a lot of things we could do. But an aquarium would be really cool, but I'm thinking actually what we might want is a display. Where are you, display? There it is. And we do the inset LCD panel, like that. And that kind of separates out that area and separates that area and provides some base for that. And then what we can do right here, set a couch or even some tables. Actually, a couple of tables would be really good, right? Like right here, maybe? Yeah, set something up like this. No, not like that. There we go. Like that, and like that. Gives you a place to sit down. You can sit here and watch what's back over there on the display. And then we could set up, let's see. Well, theoretically you could have let's see, we wouldn't want that there. We could put it on that wall there, actually. And if we had it on this wall here, if it went up to the top there, we had a passageway. And if, let's see, how does a ladder shaft set up? Yeah, see, you'd have to have the entry to go up. It goes up and then out, so that wouldn't work. Well, actually, if we took the door and we pushed it out further over the other, then we'd have a platform right there we could actually work from. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's do the catwalk here. And we could just do a catwalk there, and a catwalk here, and a catwalk there, you know, or over here. Yeah. And right there. Actually, we could do a light over here too. So let's go over here to utility. We'll go down here to the light. There we go. Got a light there. A light there. See? Now we got lighting. Cool. We're going to need some displays for that. But yeah, this works out nicely. So now what we'll do is we'll move that out, and then we'll be up here. And then this will give us access. We'll put some lighting up here. But this will give us access to bed stuff. There we go, we got some basic stuff. This kind of, you know, out here will be stuff to look at, whatever have you. Maybe what we'll do over here is we'll set something up here, I don't know. We can always set something up here like a display or a workstation. Actually, you know what? That might be not a bad idea. So let's do that real quick. I think, do we? Oh, we don't have the stuff for it. But anyway, so now you guys see kind of like the idea of how we can make this inside of this habitable, and we can work on this while we're getting ourselves set up. So that means that instead of laying in bed, we're going to end the episode on the toilet. So, see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Apex Survival Europa. And there's a whole lot more to come, so see you next time. You know the deal. Hit the like and subscribe. It lets me know that you guys like what you're seeing and you're seeing stuff you want to keep watching. Also, leave comments. I always respond to the comments. So thank you so much. And if you have ideas or questions, don't hesitate. Alright, keep building, guys. See you.